Hello, hello, beautiful man. Good man. Good afternoon. I check in on everyone in the group, as you probably know, once a month, once every 2 months. You should receive a message from me saying, "Hey, how are you doing with pornography addiction? How are you recovering on your journey, or how you're progressing?" And and sometimes that leads to conversations. And at some stage, to gauge if we could be a good match to be working together, I'd be asking, "Hey, how motivated are you to be quitting pornography?" And I get some funny replies sometimes. So when I say that, I will want to work with the people who are an 8, a 9, or a 10. And if you're less motivated than a 7 or a 6, it's not a good time for you to be working on this. So I'll pass and I say, okay, well, keep it up, and I'm here to support you. This is blurry. But then sometimes I get this reply. I say, well, I'm really motivated, but it's only a 5 for me. I say, hey, between 1 to 10, what's your motivation for quitting pornography? I want to ask you that now. From 1 to 10, what is your motivation for quitting pornography? How big a priority is this in your life right now? From 1 to 10. 10 is high, 1 is low. What is it for you? You can tell us in the comments here in the live if you want to. And the answers I get sometimes like, oh, 5. I'm like, okay, 5. Why not a 10? Well, because I'm not sure that I'll be able to succeed. And the question is not how are you motivated to be working on this. The question is how are you motivated to quit. So like you're projecting yourself into quitting. So like imagine you're able to quit. How motivated are you? But oftentimes I hear a lot of doubt. I hear a lot of you say, well, I would start this work, but I'm not sure it's going to work. And in anything that you engage in life, you're never sure it's going to work, but you got to try it all. Otherwise, it's self-defeating. And you're much better off by trying something out and working yourself out than not trying because you feel you fear you may fail. There's no failure. There's only feedback. There's only information. Either you reach your goal or you will reach your goal later. That's it. Or you will stop having that goal and you'll change your mindset. That's all. So yeah, don't how motivated are you to quitting pornography? Now, if I ask you that, but trusting that you're going to get to the result, like if you started this work, you know you would heal. Does that change your motivation or does it not? How do you feel? Do you feel that it's moved from a 5 to an 8? Or do you feel that it's moved from an 11 to a 10? And let us know in the comments if you just joined the live. What's your motivation for you to quitting pornography from 1 to 10? And the second funny reply that I get is, well, I want to quit, but I'm fearing that I'm going to miss it. I'm fearing that I'm going to miss pornography. And it's a fair comment. Obviously, if you use pornography as a soothing mechanism for the wounds that you carry, or just because you need pornography in your day to feel good, to feel alleviated, then you're going to miss it. So when I say, what's your motivation for quitting pornography? That includes that you're not going to crave it anymore. That includes that when you're quitting pornography, you are free from these cravings. It's not that you're going to brute force yourself out of pornography and be like having this constant craving for the rest of your life. It's like, hey, pornography is going to be an object that doesn't matter in your life anymore. You're just going to be much better, much happier in your day, working out, working your exams, talking to your wife, whatever it is, than watching pornography. So it's not a thing that you're going to hold back and force yourself. It's like, hey, how motivated are you to be quitting forever? To not have these impulses anymore, to not have these urges anymore, and to just be free from these urges. So I feel like asking you now, how are you motivated to quitting pornography, knowing that you will not like it anymore, knowing that you won't crave it anymore, knowing that you won't have any urges anymore? How do you feel? Do you feel like you will miss the pleasure of it? Do you feel like you will miss having the urges because the urges are really hard to control and we don't like them? But also, do you feel like if you let go of these urges, your life will be less interesting, that these urges provide a bit of intensity, a bit of snap in your day? Do you feel like you need the urges as an excuse to use pornography as a soothing mechanism? There's lots and lots and lots of layers in this sphere of success, is what I'm hearing. You are fearing to succeed in quitting pornography. And so there's all these excuses and obstacles that come in the way. Okay, so I'll ask you one last time. What is your motivation for quitting pornography from 1 to 10, where 10 is high and 1 is low. And it's not, you don't need to fear that it's not going to work, because when I ask this question, I'm assuming success. So with total success, how motivated are you to be, let's say you have guaranteed success, how motivated are you to quitting pornography? And let's say that you're not going to crave pornography anymore. You'll be detached from pornography. You won't care about pornography anymore. How motivated are you to quitting pornography from 1 to 10? Okay, guys, let us know in the comments. And I wanted to clarify that, because when I first got these answers, I was really puzzled, because I took these for granted, and it goes to show you never should take things for granted. So let us know in the comments, from 1 to 10, what's your motivation for quitting pornography? If you're guaranteed success and knowing that you're not going to crave pornography anymore, with these two parameters into account, does that change your number? And what is your number? Let us know in the comments. And I just want to reinforce that when I quit pornography, I used a method that was effortless, okay? There was no cravings, no urges. It was just going deep down into the psychology of things and using a method that progressively deconditions the mind to pornography, which is this passive detox that I've been talking about for a few days now. So what's your number from 1 to 10 on quitting pornography? And if you want to have a chat on this, I'm more than happy to chat with you and see what possible solutions we can come up with. And I'll be coming after you anyway, checking on you in the group at some stage or another. You take care, brother, and happy journey.